Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and as you know, I often like to take a step back and give you the big picture, especially when things seem bad. And today I wanted to do something I've never done. I decided that I would go through Twitter and go through the Twitter pages of some of the most influential people in blockchain and let you look at what they're saying and doing and what they're interested in during these times, during the bear market. And that way you can better understand how positive these people are moving forward, and the type of things they're thinking about instead of getting bogged down in all of the negativity. And I think that's important. That's the kind of thing I do, is I look at what's important to me. It's easy for someone to stare at negative numbers on some of these ranking sites and get all frustrated or get depressed. But what's productive is to look at what the big money people, the big boys, look at what they're doing. Look at what the big boys are doing. And so today we're going to look at what the big boys are doing and what they're saying. We're going to start with my new favorite, Anthony Pompliano. He's of Morgan Creek, which is a hedge fund. I've talked about he and his partner, I believe Mark Lusko, a lot over the last little while. And he posted this to Twitter on today at 10 a.m. He says, "Risk is a necessary component of progress." And that's a Jeff Bezos quote. So, in other words, of course, there's a high level of risk in crypto and what we're going through right now. If you didn't have the high level of risk, you wouldn't have the potential of the high level of returns. So that's why I always tell you to put your big boy pants on, because that's part of what you have to accept if you want to have the chance at having mega returns. That's the way life works, and that's just what you have to get used to. So I thought that it was good to show you his quote. Next, let's look at the next guy. This, whether you like Bryan Armstrong or not, I wanted to show you all this because many of you are going to talk to your family and friends over the holidays, and he makes a good point here. If your family has questions about cryptocurrency this holiday season, this is a good video to direct them to. Now, I'm not telling you to show this Coinbase video to your friends and family. You may hate Coinbase, and that's fine. But what I do want you to do is go and watch this video. I think he's got it pinned on his Twitter page, because what they're talking, this is a Coinbase commercial. No telling where you'll see this commercial moving forward. And I just wanted to illustrate the point, as we talked earlier today, that commercials are being made, but also I want you to see the content of this commercial. Because if Coinbase is successful in getting out commercials like this, it benefits you and I as well as XRP holders. It benefits everybody in the space. But it's a good commercial and you need to go watch it. Next, I pulled up Backed. We know about the Backed exchange. CEO Kelly Loffler shares a launch date update and answers other frequently asked questions. They're all moving forward. They're marching forward. And these people aren't slowing anything down. She's answering your questions and talking about how Backed is preparing for the future. Next, I decided I would pull up what Fidelity's talking about. We're adding to our product team. Know anyone with institutional finance plus crypto experience? And it gives you a link, jobs at Fidelity. So Fidelity Digital Assets seems to think good things are coming because they're hiring people in the crypto space. Next, let's look at the Digital Currency Group. This is probably the company that has its hands. This is the CEO is Barry Silbert, who I talk about a lot, and they've got their hands in just about everything as far as digital currencies go. Well, they're proud to join a great group of investors in backing ErisX Digital, which I talked about earlier this week. Fidelity, Bitmain, and more invest $27 million in crypto trading platform ErisX. Now, I wonder why they all would be investing in this platform if they were worried that this is the end of Bitcoin and crypto. And the answer to that is they wouldn't, and they know what's coming. And so that I thought was important to show you. Next, Barry Silbert, who we talk about a lot. This is something he posted, it was back in November, but it was something I thought worthy of showing you. Love this chart. In other words, he's not worried about the current bear market. The way he looks at it is like this. And we're going to look at it. This is a chart. Bitcoin, he retweeted, I guess, somebody's tweet. Bitcoin, the longest and largest correction since 2013-15, 82% decline from its December 2017 high. But this is exciting because if you look at this chart and you go down the chart, it shows you the number of days, the Bitcoin high. Now, here's what's interesting. The most interesting part of this chart is each time, look how low, look at the Bitcoin low. It shows you the Bitcoin high and the Bitcoin low. That low just keeps on increasing after every one of these. This is how crypto, this is the important thing for you to understand about these downturns, is that crypto, every time we go through one of these, and we've been through many, and this is not the worst, 94% in 2010, 94% in 2011, 85% in 2015. This is not the first rodeo, people. This has happened, and it'll happen again in the future. And many people to come after you who weren't as lucky as you are going to experience the same thing you've experienced this year. This is how markets work. This is how the maturation of new markets work. And so the smart and the rich understand this. Moving along. Tomley. This is from November 28th. A reminder that as painful as the crypto bear market has been, and as it feels like the whole space is getting massacred, Bitcoin is not broken. Growth in wallets, 50 to 5 billion, plus becoming an asset class, less than 4% owned by institutions, means long runway for future growth. And then he's got an article from CNBC, Bitcoin and digital assets are here to stay, when the New York Stock Exchange chairman said that. Next, Bittrex. We've added more eligible states for our USD fiat markets. And so Bittrex, who is also getting into the institutional side of things, that we went over that a month or so ago, they're just increasing the number of states that can transact in USD. Moving along. They're not stopping anything. Everything's moving forward. Rand Neuner, this is the guy that does the CNBC crypto trader show. Soon, this is for a tweet from today. Soon you will kick yourself for not having enough conviction to buy in the crash like you said you would. The digital asset investor will not be kicking himself, trust me, because the digital asset investor buys every week. Moving along, let's see what Bobby Lee, this is the guy that started, I believe it's China BTC, I think that's what it's called, China BTC. If history repeats itself perfectly, then the current bear market for Bitcoin would bottom out at 2,500 next month in January 2019. And then the next rally would start in late 2020, peak out in December 2021 at $333,000, and then crash back down to $41,000 in January 2023, something like that. So you see what he's thinking. And our man Brad Garlinghouse, exciting to see more people in traditional finance world take the long view on digital assets, just like stock market volatility, the end of stocks. Digital assets aren't going away. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that digital assets aren't going away. Thank you for listening. And I also wanted to mention to you, Christmas is almost here. So go and get your Ledger Nano S. Thanks.